Hey everybody, welcome to Black Petal Gardening. This is Sia. This is the first video you've seen of ours. You're welcome. And if you've seen any of our other ones, welcome back. So today we are looking right here at some Walla Walla onions. Now, if you are familiar with Walla Walla onions, you're probably thinking, those are looking a little small. And yes, they absolutely are. I am certain that they are looking small because of the environment that I planted them in. These are in little containers. Um, and potentially because of how close I planted them to one another. Now, if you aren't familiar with, the whys and wherefores of our planting, there's a video that I did a little while back. These were kind of an afterthought purchase because I needed to fill more of our open space in our green stock. And so I figured, well, let's get some Walla Walla onions because they were something that was available. And I could put a couple in each of the open pockets that we still had. Well, the problem is they came in bunches of it felt like a million. And so, we had a lot available, and I didn't want to just let them sit and dry out and waste them, so they got planted in these containers. And all things considered, I think they did for the most part pretty well. They're not going to knock anyone's socks off as far as size is concerned, but for a nice small little onion that can easily be used for just about anything, not too bad. Now I am going to go ahead and harvest these. For the most part, these have not fallen over, and that's usually what you look for when you are going to go to harvest the onions. First, you look for, the first few layers of stem to die back, and then usually they will fall over, kind of like this one has fallen over here. Many of these, most of these have not fallen over, so they probably could wait, I'm gonna say another week or so, but I have a feeling that the reason they haven't fallen over is they have been here underneath our patio. I moved them out of the garden proper because we were getting a lot of rain for about a week period. We had 2 or 3, maybe even 4 days where there was off and on rain. And what I didn't want to happen is these to get waterlogged and then potentially have an issue with rotting. So just to be on the safe side, I pulled them underneath the patio and they've been here, kind of ever since. Now I have a feeling if they had been out there, even if I'd even moved them after the rain, now that the heat has come back, I'm pretty sure a lot of these would be knocked down. I could be wrong, but that's kind of my expectation and guesstimate. So with that in mind, I'm gonna get to harvesting and we can see, what did we create, what did we get, even though we did plant these in maybe what some might consider a little bit of an unconventional place, maybe a little too close together, and really kind of as an afterthought. I didn't do a lot of fertilizing or anything for these. The most that I did was make sure to get them some decent amounts of water. So I will start back here because I think these ones are a little less developed. Yeah, we can see that these are a little bit smaller. So some of them didn't, oh yeah, that one didn't mature quite as much. Now, the argument could be, well, maybe we should leave them in the ground longer and see what happens. And I think that's a very legitimate suggestion and question. But I'm not going to do that. I don't know that there would be a lot more growth, to be honest. It's hard to say. These are definitely well past their, kind of the grow dates that they say it should take. But I don't know. It's a little bit loud out here because today is garbage day. So they are out and about. All right, so yeah, not super impressive, but I'm also not concerned about it. Let's see. Oops. Uh-oh. If there's any of you that are there yelling at me in front of your screens, I get it. Like, no, leave them in the ground. They can still grow. That one was definitely done. Look at how dry that is. All right. So, you know, they're not going to win any awards for size. The smell is very oniony. It's lovely. I'm not a huge fan of like raw onions on things. You know, if you're cooking a hamburger and putting onions on your hamburger, it's not for me. I think I do like caramelized onions. I'll be honest, I don't know if I've truly had any. I do like them if you chop them up and put them in other things, soups, you know, stuff like that. So even though they're small, they're still going to be useful. And we do have, see our messy back porch, a bunch of larger onions that we harvested earlier in the year that were planted out in March. You can see some of the sunflower heads that we're saving too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift those sunflowers to another area, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add these to our onion area so that these can dry, they can cure, and then bugs. And then we can enjoy them going into the future. So there we are. As always, if you have any feedback, suggestions, ideas, comments, drop those below. We'd always appreciate a like and have you subscribe as well. And take care of yourselves. Bye bye.